Hey guys, Al here, Vitalize Seed. Wanted to do a quick video, getting a lot of questions this time of year on soil testing. Behind me, that is a soil probe. If you're doing a lot of testing, guys, I highly recommend a soil probe. One of the biggest issues, in my opinion, with soil testing and the results we get is consistency. We want to limit those variables. So what are some quick tips? 1, use a soil probe. 2, mark the depth on that soil probe, and every single probe take the same depth. So I mark mine at 6 inches. Every single time you take that, put that probe in the ground, mark it down. Whether you put electrical tape, Sharpie marker, mark 6 inches or however deep. If you have real rocky soil, mark 4 inches, but try to take the same depth. Put that entire plug into a bucket and mix it with the other plugs. Where to take your plugs at? I don't like to do any more than an acre at a time. So if a field's 2 acres or 3 acres, I'm taking 3 separate soil samples in that field, basically doing 1 acre grids or 1 acre squares. I use Onyx Maps. There's other mapping services out there. That just happens to be the one I use. I mark GPS coordinates in my fields. So if it's a brand new field, I'm probably just going to take a composite sample of many different areas throughout the field just to get me a baseline starting point. Every year thereafter, I use GPS coordinates. I go straight to that coordinate every time and take that sample from the same hole. So if it's an acre, I might have a GPS on each corner and 1 or 2 in the middle. And I'll go to each one of those and try to take that probe out of the same. Timing. People ask a lot, when can I take a soil test? You can soil test anytime. However, if you're comparing soil tests from year to year, I tend to recommend trying to soil test around the same time. So if you soil test every year around March, that's okay. But try to soil test every year around March. Don't try to compare your March and your July soil test because there's microbial things happening. There's environmental things happening like weather, rain, wind, etc. that are going to change or potentially change the results. So those are some quick tips on soil testing. We use Ward Labs. I highly recommend using a lab that's going to give you at least organic matter. I like the nitrate at 6 inches, your micronutrients, your macronutrients, your base saturations, and of course your pH. And then of course there's recommendations after, depending on what kind of crop you're trying to grow, and then you can alter those to meet your needs. For anybody out there with soil tests, if you have questions, please feel free to email us. We love helping people out. And hopefully those tips were helpful for you guys. Check us out at vitalizeseed.com.